So if you start on your knees, what we're looking for is a good way to get into it is a collar drag. So as you're hand fighting, I'm getting a sleeve grip and the same size collar. And once I get this, I'm doing a little push, and when he comes back in, I'm kind of moving to the side over here and dragging him over to the side. I'm not going to drag him into me like this. I'm dragging him to the side. And once we get in, we're going to get to the back of the elbow, and before he comes up, we're going to the head and just pop up. We're going to chin strap. So we're getting here and we're holding his head in real close like this, almost keeping our shoulder tucked forward, kind of like this, on the back of his head. And ideally, we want to be up on our knees with our shoulder pointing right towards the back over here. And we have elbow or high up grip. The higher up you go, the further back he can fire his elbow. So this is going to keep the elbow closer. We're going to stay off our knees, but for now I'm going to stay on here just to keep pressure off. What we're going to do, we're going to circle back. We're not dragging him forward like this into our leg. We're going to get here and we're going to take his elbow. As we start moving, we're going to take his elbow and we're going to hop, hop, hop. So it opens this up. Now his body's extended. Now this is where I'm going to be able to get my arms in for chokes. We're not just going to stay on one side because he's going to be moving back and forth, circling with me. So when he comes back in, I'm going to switch and get to the other side on the elbow, switch my head, and same thing, I'm going to go the other way. When I switch from here to here, I don't want to let go and just go like this. I'm going to pass, get head control, then elbow, because the head control is probably the most important part while keeping pressure down. Now what I'm looking for, this is going to open. So now I'm going to be able to shoot my arm through for my chokes. And as I do this, if I want to go to the side, my knee is going to be able to come into here. And what that does is it sets us up for a crucifix position. And then I start coming over here to get to the side. I'm going to take my knee and pivot it in. So it's going to go right back here. So that way, instead of my hand there, my knee is going to be there. So even if I come back here, he fires it back a little bit, I'm going to take my knee, go in here. Just about the knee, it just replaces the elbow so he can't fire it back. So as we're coming here, and maybe he comes out too far here, and I'm going to switch to the side, switch my head, and I'm coming back here. See how this opens up over there? So now when I'm on this side, if I come back here, his elbow's further away. So as I come around, his elbow's out. So I'm going to be able to catch it easier. And I'm just going to slide down a little bit. And what this will do is it'll show me if I'm able to get to the crucifix. If he's in like this, I'm not going to start trying to put my foot in there because he's just going to grab my foot and dump me over to the side. As I get here to the side, if his hand's out here, and I can use this hand on here just to hold it and then get in here, now I can get the crucifix. So, and this hand on the other side will have just a wrist grip over here. It'd be wrist grip. That way I can pull it in, drive him down a little bit, take this out and get it here. Out here, if he fires back, he's giving me that spot right in here. So now I can go in here and I have the chokes available, whether I want to go to lapel or go into gnocchi style chokes, which are just arms. Polytrack. This is another option. If you really like the front headlock and you don't like side control, you can do this. What we're looking to do here is normal side control is like this, where we have hip, head. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up and allow him to get his hand in here if he chooses to, and go to this side. And this is a legitimate side control position where it's forklift position, where it's a lot of pressure in the chest. You can keep him here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to purposely lift up a little bit. So it's going to slightly get him up on his hip, and it's going to say, ooh, I can get out now. Take his hand out, and he's gonna roll to turtle right here. And we just follow him and get to our front headlock right here.